Hey Bobcat Nation, are you headed to college soon and worried about all that college life has to bring? Well, I'll show you what's worked for me and I'll give you some tips that will hopefully work for you on this Quinnipiac Day in the Life. Hey everyone, my name's Briana Wyman. I'm a junior biology major with a Spanish and chemistry minor, and I'm from Howell, New Jersey. I'm currently in my room in Mountain View. I'm the honors RA for the LLC, and I'm really involved on campus. I'm in the Student Government Association. I'm a junior senator for my class. I am actively doing research in a lab, which is really cool, and I'll show you that later. I'm in the Pep Band and the orchestra, and hopefully today I'll show you how I'm making it work, being a very involved student. So the first thing I like to do when I wake up is just to plan out my day in my planner. It gets me really organized, and I love checking off boxes. It's a really great feeling. It can be really distracting and busy during the day, so it's really easy to just forget like a meeting here or a meeting there. My day is looking a little busy. We're gonna go to my first class, which is Neurobio. This is a higher level biology class, and it's going to be really fun to take you guys there. So I'll see you in a bit. So I got to neurobiology a little bit early. This class is really great. I'm learning a ton of stuff. The workload isn't that bad. Just the key thing is to keep on top of work and to not get backtracked with it. Definitely utilize your weekends for stuff like that. We have a test on Thursday, so this whole class was just based around studying, and our teacher answered any questions that we had. So class just ended. After the first semester, you kind of get a feel for how you want your schedule to look for next semester, and what I found works for me is getting big chunks between each class. I usually have like a 2 to 3 hour period between each class, and this just helps in case I need to study for a test, or I want to get work done in between class, or I have meetings. Some people like to have back-to-back classes in the morning and then they're done for the rest of the day. I just find personally that spacing out my classes is a lot more helpful for how I function, but definitely getting a feel for how classes work for you best is a really good opportunity to talk with your advisor with, and she'll definitely help you along the way. So this is my advisor, Professor Burns. I meet with her once a semester to go over my schedule and just talk about how classes are going. Professor Burns, would you like to say anything about the process or what's it like being an advisor?
It's great to be an advisor. You get to meet students really up close and personal, so not just what classes do you take, but sort of their real desires or their passions or interests. So it's a great way to get to know the full well-roundedness of the students here.
I just had a really great meeting with my advisor. We went over the plan for next semester and just a little bit about what I'm planning on doing this summer with internships and research. And right now I'm going to go to the Learning Commons, which is in the library, and I'm going to tutor bio for 2 hours before my next class. Definitely, if you're a freshman and worried about grades and how to understand concepts, Learning Commons is really great, and the tutors are really willing to help. Right now I have a little bit of time between my next class, so I'm going to go head into lab to work on some of my project and just to see how things are going. Right now we're in Buckman. This is where my research lab is. It's an independent project, so my professor is always there to help, but I'm usually doing stuff on my own. So this is my lab professor, Dr. DeLancaster, and I do research in his lab. Do you want to talk about what you guys are doing?
Sure. My lab uses the model organism C. elegans, which is a nematode, to investigate longevity, stress resistance, and diseases of aging, such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease.
The lab between classes is really great just to get some stuff done. So it's about 3:20 now, and I have class at 3:30 in CAS. It's my Capstone class. This is a class that all seniors take. Capstone just ended. Basically, the workload for this class isn't too bad. As long as you were not getting behind and just doing them as they were assigned, it was really feasible. And also, just like I said, keeping ahead of schedule, knowing when things are due. Always look at the syllabus, because basically the plan of the semester is already outlined the first day. I'm gonna go back to my room and I'm gonna start studying for my organic chemistry test. And I'll give you some tips on how I study, what works for me, and how to best use your time. The way that I study is I use the Pomodoro method, which is basically interval studying. So I study for 25 minutes straight, no distractions, and then I take a 5-minute break. This really helps me center and focus in on the information that I'm studying, and it also allows your brain to retain the information better. If you get really distracted with your phone and just other things going on around you, I would suggest trying this technique. It's really worked for me. and it's time to go to Pep Band. I take this shuttle from the Mount Carmel campus to the York Hill campus, where we practice in the basketball arena. I just arrived at the basketball arena at the People United Center, and I'm at Pep Band practice. We use tablets to play all of our music, which is really cool, so you don't have to use those booklets. And I play saxophone. We play at all the basketball games, and it's just a really cool opportunity to be a part of, especially cheering on the basketball teams. My day is almost done now. I'm gonna hop back on the shuttle, go back to Mountain View, finish up studying a little bit, and I'll see you at the end of my day. Quinnipiac has a lot to offer here. I know I found a lot of things that I really enjoy that I wouldn't have been able to do if I hadn't come here. Make sure to take time for yourself, to relax, have some fun, get some work done, learn a lot of things, and at the end of the day, you'll have a great Quinnipiac experience. Thanks so much for watching my day in the life. Make sure to check out other Quinnipiac day in the lives to see Quinnipiac all for yourself. Go Bobcats!